Wow, plants are amazing, aren't they? They supply us with oxygen, they supply us with energy, and they look pretty cool. But how do they do all those things? Minus being cool, because, God just made them to look awesome. But if we were to go down here, we see a cell. A cell is the basic unit of structure and function in all living things. So what that means is, it is the building blocks of life, basically. So to look at this magnified, so we can see it better, go inside of it, look at all of these different organelles, we need a microscope. So let's go pull out the microscope. 2, 3. So here we have the large microscope. Now this microscope goes down into the cell. That's a pretty big version of this, if you ask me. That's why microscopes are awesome. Anyway, let's just ouch. Okay, first thing you might notice, this is a sphere. Cells are not spheres. Cells are cell-shaped. But for the sake of this video, I just made it a sphere. So let's just go ahead and go in here. These iron blocks resemble the cell wall. Now, the cell wall exact definition will be on your screen right now. But in case you just want me to say it, it's just to protect the cell, and it's found in different organisms, and that's about it, really. It just protects the cell. It's only found in plant cells, though. Don't confuse it. Only plant cells. Next, we have the cell membrane. The definition for that will be on your screen right now. But if you want the actual definition, right now from me, the cell membrane controls which substances pass into and out of a cell. Next, the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm fills the region between the cell membrane and the nucleus. The fluid of the cytoplasm moves constantly within a cell, carrying along the nucleus and other organelles that have specific jobs. So what that basically means is it carries stuff around, and it fills everything between the membrane and the nucleus, and just has the organelles floating. So there's the nucleus, that purple ball in the center. So the first thing I want to go look at is actually these vacuoles down here. So let's just make our way down to the vacuole. And the vacuole is like a giant bubble that stores water, food, and other materials needed by the cell. Vacuoles can also store waste products until the cells are removed. Okay, but that's why we have Trash Tuesdays, children. Next, if we go up here to the cytoplasm, I meant chloroplast. Don't get those confused like me. Okay, please don't. I'm not responsible for your grades. Okay. But if we just come here, we see here are some solar panels you might have saw when you were actually going through the microscope. But that basically collects the sun's energy the same way the chlorophyll in the chloroplast does. Next, we have it going through these energy pipes. Just, it gets to the glucose part. So this we're going to call glucose, which is what's produced from the sun's energy and oxygen and all that stuff. But that's for a different video. So this glucose will go in here and go to the mitochondria. Now the mitochondria, if we go over here, what the mitochondria is, I'm just going to look at it from a distance. It converts energy stored in food to the energy that the cell can use to live and function. Now obviously you can't see anything in that, I don't know what that is, like a 3x2 area with some blocks. So we're going to enlarge that for you. How are we going to do that, you may ask? Well, it's called magic. Step 1, look straight down. Step 2, look straight up. Now here is a bigger area that shows the mitochondria way better. So let's say that this charcoal is the glucose. The glucose would go into the mitochondria and basically create power, which is stored in these banks here. Now when it creates the power, let's say this is the cell's battery pack, which is filled right now because the cell is not using any energy because it's not attached to anything. As you saw, we took it from that plant. So right now it has just all its energy. So over here, we just see it happens on this exact same thing on the other side. And take that C, you see that C right there? Take that as chloroplast. So chloroplast into mitochondria, creates power, into cell's power bank, which doesn't actually exist, just uses it as it needs it. And there we go. So let's just go back to our cell. Let's pick another organelle to look at. So right now, let's look at the endoplasmic reticulum, which actually covers the entire nucleus, but due to wasted space, I only made it over here. So this would be the endoplasmic reticulum, and the endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes attached to it. Once again, don't have that much space. We're in Minecraft. But the endoplasmic reticulum, often called the ER, is an organelle with a network of membranes that produce many substances. Okay, so what that basically means is it produces a variety of different things that we can't even name. But, as I like to do, let's scale this up a notch and look at it differently. So once again, let's perform a little magic trick. Let's look straight down. Here is the endoplasmic reticulum. Now, to make this thing work here, we are going to go ahead and fetch something. Now, the cell would use its energy for this, but we're just going to place one of these down. So let's just do that. So next when we place that down, we will be able to visually see all of these substances. Now all the substances will line up in an organized and dignified manner. Now they'll get bunched up, just like my locker. They will go into this vacuum chest over here. They will then return back to where they came from, but in a real cell, it would actually go to the cell. But here, we're just running it, so it keeps going around. So as you see, substances, conveyor belt, locker, chest, redo. So that is the endoplasmic reticulum right there. And the endoplasmic reticulum, just call it the ER, okay? It's a lot easier than trying to pronounce endoplasmic reticulum. Try saying that 5 times fast. Endoplasmic reticulum, endoplasmic reticulum, okay, what am I doing? Let's get back to our cell again. So, let's go back. Go ahead and look at another organelle. So, let's go up to this cyan-colored organelle called the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus packages and ships materials to other parts of the cell. Like the mitochondria, the Golgi apparatus, you can't really see what it does in this little area here. So we've also enlarged this for you. So let's just go outside. And look straight down, as so. Look straight up again. We have the Golgi apparatus, also known as the Golgi body. So as you can see here, let's say these are proteins coming from the ribosomes, which we haven't gone over yet. That'll be later in the video. But let's say it gets into these, which packages and distributes it to the cells. So let's say this here. So coming from this, we're going to take this cobblestone and call it the proteins. Now, the proteins go through into these chests here. These chests are begin to fill up. So this item wire takes these items, puts it into this box. Now this box would distribute all the items to the other parts of the cell. But because we just took this Golgi apparatus from the cell, it's just staying here. So let's just head back to our cell and look at our final 2 organelles. That are the ribosomes. Now the ribosomes are these gray pieces of wool. The ribosomes create proteins. Now, just like the endoplasmic reticulum, the Golgi apparatus, and the mitochondria, you can't see that here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a bigger model of this. But first, the exact definition for this organelle will be on your screen right now, just like it is for all the other ones. Let's get to that upscale model the same way we do it all the time. Let's go here, look straight down, and if we look straight up again, here are the ribosomes. Now, in order for this ribosome here to work and for me to explain it, we're just going to click that. Now, it'll start showing all the steak. Now, take that steak as the proteins. So the proteins are getting created here. I just have it on a loop so I don't waste anything. But in a real cell, the proteins would go to the Golgi apparatus, getting packaged, as I just explained. So basically, this ribosome creates protein. Ribosomes are made by the nucleolus, but we will get to that. Okay, we'll get to it as next. And that would be our final thing to look at in our cell. So that's about it. Take these steaks as the proteins. Proteins are being created, and I just have it on a loop, as I already said. So it just keeps getting distributed, put back, distributed, put back, distributed. But just to show you. Also, this is an open sphere. It would have been a closed sphere, and you wouldn't be able to see any of this going on. But once again, just for showcase purposes, it's open and it's on a loop. So let's get back to our cell and take a look at the brain of the cell, or the nucleus. The final thing we're going to be looking at is the nucleus. Now, careful to pronounce this. The nucleus, I can't even pronounce it right, has a nuclear envelope, such as this one. So as you see, the purple is the nuclear envelope. The magenta is just a bit of a line around the envelope, and we're just going to call it the membrane. These red strands are chromatin. Chromatin stores DNA, which is the genetic information of all living things. The definition of chromatin is on your screen right now. Definition of nucleus is right next to that, and right under that will be the nucleolus. Now the nucleolus, I'm so bad at pronouncing these things, but this creates proteins. Now I didn't feel there was a need to enlarge this, even though you still can't see it, because it just does make proteins. This is that. This over here was that. This over here was made by that. Okay? And then the chromatin, which is the red strands, as I said, stores the genetic information. So, that's about all you need to know about a cell. Now, let's go ahead and do a bit of a recap. Just to recap, the iron blocks are the cell wall. The purple stuff is cell membrane. The glass is the cytoplasm. That green, it looks like a ceremonial carpet or something up there, but it's the chloroplast. This cyan is the Golgi apparatus. The orange is the mitochondria. The water down there is the vacuole. The giant large sphere is the nucleus. The gray blocks are the ribosomes. And the endoplasmic reticulum. Oh, sorry, I meant those blocks over here are the endoplasmic reticulum. So, that's about it. That's all I have for this video. Just a few notes I might want to mention. I always get the words cytoplasm and chloroplast confused for whatever reason. And one fun fact, I had to film this about, I think, 4 times. Twice it didn't record, and then 2 more times I pronounced everything wrong. I switched around the organelles on accident. I did everything out of order. And then there was about, I don't know, 30 other clips, just small clips of me messing up. So yeah, if you want a blooper, no, I'm not doing no blooper video. That's gonna embarrass me. But anyway, let's go to the credits of this video. Credits would first probably go to my 7th grade science class. I'm not giving any names. You people know who you are. You're probably watching this right now. Also, of course, Minecraft, because that's what I built it in. This is in modded Minecraft, of course, so all of you just know this. It is in the Sky Factory 2.3 mod pack, for anyone who's familiar with that. And that's about all the credits I have. Oh, and let's get into the film credits, which is just going to be a black screen with some letters on it. So, let's go to that, and that'll just finish off our video, sorry. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.